That's now apparently what MAGA means, according to Trump. And, look, I hate to say it, but I told you so. This is why I jumped off the Trump train last year. And I will say it every single day. I don't care if you're sick of hearing it. I told you so. And I had people last year, friends of mine, tell me, you're being disloyal to Trump. No, you've got it wrong. Trump has been disloyal to us. What more do we owe this person? Seriously. How many of you got fired from your jobs, expelled from your school? How many of you got hit in the face, lost friends because you supported Trump? How many of you went to jail in the Capitol, lost a social media account? How much acrimony, how many problems has the Trump movement created in your life because you supported him? And how have we been repaid? Well, let's see. When BLM torched every city, Donald Trump let it happen because he thought it would be better for him in the election. Donald Trump was the father of the vaccine and the COVID lockdown. He didn't build the wall. As a matter of fact, he didn't even get illegal immigration under control. He gave Venezuelans TPS status before millions of them came here during the Biden administration. We were disloyal to Trump? No, Trump was disloyal to us. He did not use greatagain.org to fill his administration with his voters. He filled it with Bush and Rubio alum. He filled his White House with GOP staffers who cut taxes for the corporations and moved the embassy for Israel. He gave Ukraine lethal aid. He let BLM destroy the cities. He let Pfizer invent the RNA vaccine. And you say that Trump is owed our allegiance? What more do we owe this guy? Then Trump is reelected in spite of it all. In spite of all of that cowardice and treachery, no wall, no mass deportations. We're still in Iraq. In spite of all that, he didn't even pardon his supporters that went to jail on his behalf, although he could have. In spite of all that, Trump is reelected while defending the vaccine and his legacy. And how does he repay it now? He immediately hires Sriram Krishnam, who wants to replace us with H-1Bs, John Ratcliffe at CIA, Mike Waltz as the National Security Advisor. He attacks Project 2025. Then he bombs Iran. Then he cuts the corporate taxes again, buries the Epstein files. Serves you right. You trusted Trump. You can't trust Trump. He's not loyal. I had friends of mine say, you're not loyal to Trump. We're still trusting the plan. Mr. President, I support you. And these people have watched as Elon has stopped supporting him, as Tucker has stopped supporting him, as Candace Owens has stopped supporting him. And now Marjorie Greene has stopped supporting. I guess they're all traitors. I guess they were all wrong. And what does Trump even stand for anymore? I said this earlier in the week. Trump is not the be-all, end-all. We supported Trump because of what he represented. We didn't vote for Trump because he was an obnoxious boomer. We voted for Trump because he was going to put America first. He was going to end mass migration, end the foreign wars, end free trade. He was going to end the globalist corruption in the government. Now none of that is happening. We do not have a tariff schedule. There are more wars now than there were at the start of all this. He's in favor of, they want to bring in more legal immigrants than ever. They want to keep the illegals here. They haven't even started on the wall. And now MAGA is about covering up for Epstein and doing Israel's bidding. No, Trump betrayed us. And that's, in some sense, it's not okay that he did it, but we will be okay. Because, and I've said this, when I'm down on Trump, there's no reason to be blackpilled because Trump was never the end condition. If you think he is, maybe you can construe that as blackpilling. I have always believed that Trump is the stepping stone to the next movement. He was a necessary bridge, a battering ram. He was an icebreaker, no pun intended. That was the point. There was a period of tightness. Everything was controlled and everybody was politically correct. And Trump broke down the door. And if he only did that, then that was a victory by itself. But as it has dragged on, it is transformed from we don't have high expectations to now it is a liability. That's why I said it's maybe perhaps better if Trump just sunsets, because there's nothing new and dynamic. And as a matter of fact, he's betrayed his core principles. It doesn't mean that it was a mistake. It doesn't mean that Trump wasn't worth supporting at one time. It doesn't mean that Trump wasn't good on net. I think he was at a certain time.